Two of the manliest men of the internet, said incredibly sarcastically, challenged each other to a cage fight. For real. This I would actually love to see. Here are the details. It all started with reports that Instagram would soon have a feature called Threads to compete with Twitter. Competition, oh no. Mario Nawfal tweeted, Meta to release Twitter rival called Threads. Not making this up. Meta, the same company that copied Snapchat, TikTok, StumbleUpon, Foursquare, BeReal, and Clubhouse, began coding Project 92 3 months after Elon acquired Twitter. Rumors have been circulating about the app's public name being Threads. Meta's chief product officer, Chris Cox, described Project 92 as our response to Twitter and mentioned it will allow Instagram users to automatically transfer their followers and user information straight to the new app. At least that would be good. Cox threw shade at Elon Musk's Twitter by claiming Meta's been hearing from creators and public figures who are interested in having a platform that is sanely run. This is ironic considering the Wall Street Journal's investigation a few weeks ago into the proliferation of child pornography rings on Instagram and Facebook. And let's not forget, Meta is the same platform that censored the lab leak theory and the Hunter Biden laptop. Will Threads be a genuine Twitter rival? Muskie no like that and took a shot at Zuckerberg. Tweeting, I'm sure Earth can't wait. Yes, I'm sure Earth can't wait to be exclusively under Zuck's thumb with no other options. At least it will be, quote, sane. Was worried there for a moment, laughing emoji. Twitter users started warning Musk, but the defiant CEO doubled down, tweeting in response to somebody saying, be careful, Elon Musk. I heard he does the jujitsu now. Musk replying, I'm up for a cage match if he is, LOL. And that led to the other billionaire chiming in. Zuckerberg shot back by posting a screenshot of Musk's tweet with the caption, send me location. In the very human way Zuckerberg likes to talk. He's always got that human touch. Send me location, I show up and do fighting program. Musk versus Zuckerberg would be as good as it gets. Musk, 51, has the upper hand as far as size, physically, and he has talked about being in real hardcore street fights when he was growing up in South Africa. Musk responded to Zuckerberg saying, if this is for real, I will do it, fire emoji, fire emoji. But has Elon thought this through? Here is some B-roll of Zuckerberg fighting. Zuckerberg, 39 years old, is an aspirational MMA fighter who is already winning jiu-jitsu tournaments. He also claims to have recently competed the grueling Murph Challenge workout in just under 40 minutes. He trained with Brazilian jiu-jitsu world champion Mikey Musumeci, but also who knows if that's an employee of his who he's afraid he would be murdered if he beat him in a fight. So seems like the guy's submitting pretty quickly. That's just my opinion. You be the judge. The guy's like, oh, just knock me over, no problem. But maybe Elon does need to rethink this. SDL, Socked on Left tweets, there's like an 80% chance Zuckerberg is gonna give Musk a traumatic brain injury. Another one? All right, that's where we're at, Cenk.
Okay, so I'm guilty, I'll get to that in a second. But that video did have Vladimir Putin vibes.
It did.
Like when he played against the Russian national hockey team and Putin scored 5 goals. This is one of my favorite videos we've ever shown in Young Turks. Like the incredible athletes are sitting around going, oh, I cannot catch you. Oh, another goal. Well done, Vladimir. Okay, so, but in this case, I know they're just training. To be fair, they're just training, okay? That guy could probably rip Zuckerberg's head off. And they made out later, so it's okay. I mean, there was a lot of rolling around there. So anyway.
It'll make me more appealing if I am bi-curious. Give me a shot.
But he even looks like a robot, let's be honest, okay? Anyways, now why am I guilty? Look, this is all a circus, right? The whole country's turned into a circus. But I invented this thing, okay? Not the circus part, but the whole challenging to a fight thing. Let's keep it real. So I challenged Rogan to a fight. I said debate or legitimate cage fight, etc. Right? And then everybody went nuts. Oh my God, he's going to give you traumatic brain injury, just like they're saying about. So he's trained, you're not trained. And just like Musk, I said, oh, I used to do straight fights, etc. So I too am a knucklehead. Okay, I too have done this drug. But it wasn't, I didn't even invent it with Rogan, I did it with Smirkonish. Because but I have a specific point I'm trying to prove, which is Smirkonish at the time had said, oh, the Democrats and the liberals they're wussifying America. They're a bunch of wussies. And I was like, okay, then I'll debate you about whether we're wussies. But if you don't want to debate, and you're a manly man, right? And you want to do some wrestling, okay, I can do that too, right? And then he panicked, he wet himself, he complained to mommy, which was Ariana Huffington at the time. We were both blogging at Huffington Post. Joe Rogan hasn't responded at all, although me and Rogan, as an undercard to Zuckerberg Musk, I don't know if it's an undercard or overcard, but I mean, the pay-per-view on that one. Okay.
True, and the next day I will be the new lead anchor of the Young Turks. With all respect.
No, are you kidding me? I'm a street fighter. I got this. I got this.
Who do you take in the fight? Musk versus Zuckerberg. Who do you think wins it?
I think Zuckerberg. So 2 reasons. 1, he's been training lately, right? 2, he's younger. I think younger in this case is an advantage. He's probably in better shape. And 3, I don't think Elon Musk knows what he's doing about anything.
True.
Right? He'll probably fire his trainer and be like, yeah, I've got a great idea. I'm gonna do this with no employees. Okay.
That's what they would also call your match against Joe Rogan, Younger versus Uger.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Okay. Come on, admit that me versus Rogan, everybody would watch.
That would be pretty great. That would be pretty great.
And man, don't underestimate me. Just because I might have put on a couple of pounds.
Although I
haven't trained in a while.
Although I would love to see you actually fight Smirkonish and Rogan just announce the fight just so he could keep changing his opinion based on who's winning.
No.
See him constantly being like, I really believe Jake's the upper hand. Wait, Smirkonish, upper hand. Big fan of his, always have been.
All right, and I used to be a wrestler in high school, so don't underestimate the big guy. But look, guys, seriously, we've turned into idiocracy. And like I said, look, I'm guilty too, okay? But me and Rogan are talk show hosts. And by the way, to be fair to him, he didn't even respond. But these 2 goofballs are billionaires. They pretty much run the country as it is. But nope, they gotta see who's bigger, right?
And watch, they're gonna agree to do it. We'll all get excited, then we're gonna see them in those big inflatable wrestling things, like those inflatable sumo outfits that just you do it at children's birthday parties.
And by the way, that's I would also pay for that, to watch that. But guys, man, enjoy your billions, you knuckleheads. Enjoy your billions. What are you doing? And what are you gonna go get brain damage for? Okay, it makes no sense.
No, I think maybe they're hoping to correct the brain damage. Jog stuff back into place.
Okay, now we're having a better conversation. By the way, I challenged Rogan for the same reason. I don't remember exactly what it was now, but he was like claiming that the people on the left are weak and this and that, and that they're the real men. And look, that's why that kind of talk is nonsense. By the way, after I challenged these folks, all of a sudden there isn't a lot of talk about how they're the real men and how they're strong, etc. Usually tuck tail and run, okay? So that's the reality of it too. But in this case, there's no point that's being made, and they're not offering a debate as a possibility, which I do with Rogan, etc. I'd much rather have that, because then you're having a conversation about the issues. But these folks, they're just trying to measure themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's because, look guys, once you're a billionaire, you don't need any extra money, ever, ever, ever. You can't possibly spend that much money in a lifetime. All they're doing is measuring penises. This is just a different way of doing that.
True, and I also have a realization here too. You're challenging Rogan, Smirkonish should challenge Rogaine.
Oh, think about it.
That's a bald smack. You've been bald smacked.
What are you gonna do about it, Smirkonish? Step into the ring, huh? Just kidding, we're kidding. Okay, Smirkonish, calm down. You don't have to call Ariana.
I'll wipe the smirk right off. I'm kidding, I would never.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.